Supply Chain Digest's Cool New Product of the Month.
Hi, this is Dan Gilmore of Supply Chain Digest and the Supply Chain Television Channel. What's our cool new product of the month for September 2012? It's the new Proportional Profile Planning solution from Logility, and let me tell you, it's really pretty cool. I am just back from the Logility Customer Conference meeting in New Orleans, where this new product was first announced. There, the high-level overview of the new product I saw left me intrigued, and last week I received a much more detailed briefing. That left me even more impressed with this new addition to the industry's demand planning toolset. Proportional Profile Planning from Logility, I'd like to call it P-cubed, but they don't seem to share my enthusiasm for that term, but nevertheless is designed to run on top of Logility's existing demand planning solution to solve a very specific problem: how to more easily and accurately forecast what I have often called sub-SKUs. These are all the permutations and configurations off of a base SKU or model. The most common example of this might be in the apparel industry, where such attributes as style, gender, color, size, material, etc. are all sub-elements off of the base SKU. But what is really important to note is that this base and sub-SKU scenario is now a reality for many other kinds of companies and industries as well, ranging from appliances to life science products and many more. And with the increased, what I'd call micro-segmentation marketing that is driving this sub-SKU proliferation, it's getting harder and harder for forecasters to manage these numbers. It is common for there to be dozens or even more than 100 sub-SKUs under the base item. One attendee at the conference, for example, that was not in the apparel industry, said his company had as many as, get this, 170 sub-SKUs per base SKU. Or consider all the configurations that may be available for many industrial products. This SKU scenario is challenging enough, but especially so because most existing demand planning systems have not been built to handle this sub-SKU explosion. That means in part that the demand planners often have to hand off to the supply planner a forecast that does not fully detail those numbers for all of the sub-SKUs underneath the base. Just think about that. Supply managers often have to literally fill in the blanks to produce an executable order for the factory or supplier. Their numbers have to be detailed down to every single sub-SKU and quantity being planned or ordered. In addition, when demand or supply managers do fill in those blanks, the work is often, usually, performed outside the main forecasting system, requiring manual effort, usually in spreadsheets, and often resulting in different planners each having their own individual techniques and models for building those SKU-specific demand profiles across all those sub-SKUs. Those were among the challenges that Logility was hearing from its customers, leading it to develop the new Proportional Profile Planning tool. The software features the capability to include virtually limitless numbers of attributes, which can all be managed individually or in groups through, again, an almost limitless ability to create different demand hierarchies. There's a lot more. The tool supports managing these sub-SKU demand profiles by different regions of a country or globe, as well as by creating different sub-SKU profiles for different stages of the product lifecycle. Seasonality is also supported. Very nice. Clearly, there was a lot of interest in this product at Logility's recent customer conference from companies in a variety of sectors, as I saw firsthand. A new, more granular approach to tackling the very challenging task of forecasting dozens or hundreds of sub-SKUs for each base item. A very flexible approach that enables planners to organize product attributes and demand hierarchies the way that works for any given base SKU or product family. Taking these basic improvements and leveraging it even further by profiling sub-SKU demand by region, product lifecycle stage, and more. Tools to more institutionalize the full demand profile across attributes and automate the process, such as by applying one detailed profile to another SKU. Solving a real problem, a sort of black hole in the supply chain, in which supply managers, in effect, often have to create a more detailed forecast than given to them by the demand planners, and improving the translation of forecast demand into supply. For these reasons and a whole lot more, Logility's Proportional Profile Planning tool is a deserving recipient of Supply Chain Digest's Cool New Product of the Month.